trafficking can be divided into two categories: sex trafficking and labor trafficking. Most people are unaware of the severity of human trafficking because we're not really aware of it in the United States. Until just recently, which was in 2010, the United States was ranked for the first time in the 10th Annual Trafficking in Persons Report by the Department of State, and an estimated number of about 12.3 million humans are forced into human trafficking today all over the world. 79% of this is for sex trafficking. People who fall into the hands of human traffickers may be someone you know, you never know. It may be someone who kidnaps you, someone that you trust, or it's just, you get tied into the life of money, and that's how people get into it. First, I would like to talk to you about a story that I got from the Polaris Project about a human trafficker survivor. Second, about Backpage.com, which was actually used as a human trafficking site. And third, I'd like to raise some awareness on how you can donate and learn more about human trafficking. My first story is about Gabriella. Several years ago, Gabriella lived in Colombia with her family, and she worked at a grocery store, just a regular job. She was the oldest child, and after her dad committed suicide, she decided to go ahead and support her family. A childhood friend of hers moved into the United States, and every time that he would visit Colombia, he would tell her, come with me, there's more opportunities, you can raise more money for your family, you can just go ahead and send the money over here. After a year of trying to convince her, he finally did, and she moved into the United States. When she came into here, she was forced into prostitution, and not only was she held in debt bondage for $10,000, but she was told if she tried to escape, her family would be harmed, and of course she didn't want that. For 5 long years, Gabriella lived as a property of her traffickers, and she was moved to a different brothel almost every week. And she never knew where she was and wasn't able to seek outside help. And unfortunately, this story is not unique because it happens to a lot of people. It's really sad that someone you know, someone you trusted, your childhood friend, can go ahead and do this to you. Fortunately, she was saved by the Immigration Customs Enforcement, who caught her trafficker. And she was rescued, taken to the Polaris Projects for services, and now she shares her story. They got her a place to live. They found her an apartment. She has a 2-year-old daughter. She is now enrolling in classes to learn English, and she's also provided with employment assistance to help her get jobs. This is a story this story is only one rescued victim, and there are many people that don't ever go rescued or don't ever even get known that they are being used for either sex or labor. Next, I would like to talk about Backpage.com. Between October 1st and December 31st of 2010, an organization named the Operation of Broken Silence collected information from Backpage.com. The group from this organization began to notice patterns and trends that were taking place. Soon they realized that humans were being sold on Backpage.com for sex and labor. The sad part about this is this web is supposed to be a place that we go, we can communicate with friends, look for information on school projects, it's supposed to be a safe place. But there's people like this man, he paid to rape a 14-year-old girl that he found on Backpage.com. His story's on the site. And unfortunately, this site is still up, and if you go and visit it, you can still get escort services. You can pay to do all that. It's pretty much like a Craigslist.com, but it has all these weird, funky things. There's also many organizations that help victims and help raise money to donate. There's an organization called Love 146. It is an organization that has been created to abolish child sex and labor trafficking. They have a website which is love146.org, and on the website you can learn a lot about sex and labor trafficking in children especially. You can read stories about rescued children, and you can also donate as well. They have many pictures about children that do counseling in there, and they have like pictures that they draw, and you know, like the children have been put in abuse through their whole life, so the pictures that they draw aren't happy pictures, it's pictures about them getting abused and everything. So this is just a step that they do to try to help them clear their mind and get a way of counseling. Also, the Polaris Project was the website that I got the story from about Gabriella. Is another organization that helps stop and help raise the awareness about human trafficking. When you visit this website, there's a number on the right-hand corner that you can call if you know someone that's in trouble, or if you're someone that's in trouble. They can go ahead, and that hotline is 24 hours. You can go ahead and call, and they'll be able to assist you. There's also ways that you can donate, and again, there's also stories about human trafficking survivors. And this Polaris is named after the North Star that guided slaves towards freedom along the Underground Railroad. Well, as you can see, it is very easy to get informed on this subject. We as teenagers are known to be on the computer, on our phones, always on the internet. We're either on Facebook, trying to find something on YouTube, or Googling something. Where you can just take like 5 minutes of your time, go Google human trafficking organizations. You can go read stories about rescue survivors. You can go see if you can donate a couple of dollars. Anything can help, you know. It's just $1 for each person in the world would be like more than $3 million. It's not hard. I mean, if you don't feel like you're donating, if you don't want to donate, you can go ahead and just read so you can raise the awareness in everybody, because it is a big issue, and we don't want to take action when it's too late.